Unlock your potential every Thursday with our podcast, Refresh, Relax, Renew. Join Coach Racquel as she guides you through personal development journeys. Each episode focuses on actionable steps to enhance your personal journey. The podcast features 3 main segments to keep you engaged. We start with discussions on trending topics relevant to your growth. Then we unbox solutions to common challenges we face daily. Finally, stay updated with fresh funding opportunities each week. Tune in every Thursday for new episodes, and see you there.
Don't call me motherfucking trying to talk to me, find out some shit, talk about some gossip. Don't call me with no bad news. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't calling me to uplift me, if you ain't calling me to I'm not 911, I'm not in the mood, don't call me unless there's some love on the other end of the phone. Matter of fact, I'm working. I don't want nobody to call me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody do them. And
Episode 23. Oh my goodness! Today was fantastic. We are at episode 23. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. Wow. We are at episode 23. Oh my gosh. It's such a pleasure to be here today. We got some containers. We got some tops, as you can see over here. Really nice top that I got. And I got some more down here. We also got some utensils. Woo, something fell. Some utensils. Yes, it was an emotional and inspirational show all at the same time. I hope you enjoyed. Oh my gosh, welcome. And thank you so much for joining me for Refresh, Relax, Renew. Oh my goodness. The show, oh my gosh, this show was inspiring and I'm so happy that I did it. I'm happy. I thank God for the motivation to come and to do it today, and it was well worth it, and it is my hope that you enjoyed. So thank you so much for watching. I'm Coach Racquel, and let's get into the show. I love to open new packages. I will give you the latest information on top funding opportunities for entrepreneurs who are seeking funding. Come along with me. I'm Coach Racquel, and it is a passion project for me, so I'm so happy to bring this to you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. Oh my gosh, I love the music. Isn't it soothing? Oh, hello. Oh my goodness. We are back. We are here. How is my lighting? Are we good? I hope we are. I sure hope so. Yes. Oh my goodness. We're back with another episode. This is episode 23. 23. Yes, episode 23. I am Coach Racquel. Welcome to the show, Refresh, Relax, Renew. And I have been refreshed and relaxed and renewed. Okay? I just want to apologize for last week. I know last week we didn't have a show. To be honest with you, I just felt like we needed a breather. I needed a breather. And I just wanted a day to pass. So to speak. I just wanted to let that day ride, you know what I mean? And I also wanted to see, would it be missed, if the program never came on? Would anyone miss it? You know what I mean? And I am so thankful to say there were persons who miss it. And thank you for that. It helps to know that I already know there's meaning to what I'm doing. I already know there's purpose to what I'm doing, but it's really encouraging to know that there are other people who value and benefit from what I'm doing. It's encouraging. It makes me want to do it more. You know what I mean? And so I just want to say thank you so much for your feedback. Thank you for your support. And let's go. Let's continue. So it's a new day. It's a new episode. And today promises to be interesting. Let's have a reflection on how has September been. I haven't spoken to you since September. How is your September going? You have survived August. August. I hope that you thrived through August. It wasn't just a survival thing, but that we moved through it with grace and accomplishment and growth, Yeah. And so now we're in a whole new month of September, and it's moving really quickly. Okay. The month is just like going, going, going. It's not waiting on anyone. It's just getting along, going along on its way. And we have to stay on course. And I just want to say, as we go through our days and our lives and our months and our years, it is my hope and my wish that we take the time to self-develop and to introspect and to grow. Don't just let time pass in your life. Grow, enjoy life. One of the things that I've been really coaching myself through is I can't just live, I can't just survive, and I can't even just thrive. I need to have a good time. I need to, and it's not about where I go or who I'm with, but it is that I've really been honing in on my moments and my minutes and my seconds, and just having moments with myself where I'm just like, you're okay. You're having a good time. And also just knowing that it's not it's not big things, it's little things. Like, because one of the things I've been kind of for a little minute I was kind of pressuring myself about, like, you need to take a vacation, you need to go somewhere, and I sit and I'm like, but where? Like, I don't feel inspired to go anywhere. I don't feel the push. I just love where I'm at. I like here right now. And there's no pressure to go anywhere or do anything. The goal is to live your life in such a way that it is fulfilling for you wherever you are, in whatever moment you're in. Because I realize I love being at home. I love being home. And one of the things I've really, really been enjoying is just lying down and going in and out of sleep. Just lying down, maybe watching something that I really like. And it's funny because I am intentional about watching something I actually like, and not just finding something to quench the boredom. No. I don't even know if I get bored really, because I am so intentional about keeping my mind engaged, but positively and healthily engaged, And so it's something I've really been paying attention to. And because of it, sometimes it's like, if I'm not careful, I'll detach from things and people because I get so comfortable with myself. I'm so happy by myself and with myself sometimes that I have to put effort into, no, you've got to talk to people. You have to talk to people. You have to interact with people. You've got to get out there, because otherwise I think I will just get lost in my comfort with myself, because I am just so happy, or at peace is more like it, with myself, just me, and just, and it doesn't mean that these moments don't come with challenges. They do, because even sometimes, like, I'll find myself crying about something, or I have a thought about something and I might cry about it or whatever, but it's like I feel like I'm getting into the rhythm of life where there are no alarms based on whether something is perceived good or bad, and I love it. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I'm entering this space, or I'm in this space of life now where my body and my thoughts have caught up with my intention to see things and experiences for what they are, and not assign them to being bad or good. And I think my thoughts are finally catching up with me, because it's been my intention for so long. And initially it wasn't so easy, because, we've grown up in this culture of this is good, this is bad, this is good, this is bad. But I wanted to remove those things, and that is what is happening to me. So it doesn't matter if I'm crying or I'm smiling or I'm laughing. it's like I'm genuinely enjoying life's moments. And it's really, really special. It's really, really special, you know? So I just wanted to share that with you. It is my hope that you enjoy your life, that you enjoy your time with yourself, that you get to a place with yourself that you're self sufficient emotionally, physically, and financially. And that does not mean that you don't need people. It's okay. I want it to be your choice who you need. I want it to be your choice. I don't want it to be that you are forced to settle into relationships or into circumstances out of a need, out of dire need, but out of choice. Do it out of choice. So love yourself because you are amazing and you deserve your love. All right. So I just wanted to share that with you. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Refresh, Relax, Renew. I am Coach Racquel. It is my pleasure to be here. It's an honor. It is such an amazing moment. I am so happy to be here. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for your comments, your likes, your shares, your interacting and your subscribing. Please don't forget to do those things. Please subscribe, like, share it with someone. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for showing up for me. I appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Now we're going to go to read one of my prayers. So this is my book, Prayers. It's available on Amazon for anyone who would like to get a copy. Just sharing. And I'm just going to share one. And I love the one that it opened on. I've read this one multiple times before. The Good Life. It's entitled, the title of this one is The Good Life. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, The Good Life. Grand Rising, Father God. Thank you for loving me. Today I am thankful for food and provisions within my reach. Hallelujah. Thank you for household facilities, machinery, and inventions that enable me to have a luxurious living environment. Whew, glory to God. I want to say that again. I want to go from the top again. This one is, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Pray for what you want. Don't just complain about the things that make you feel hurt. Remember, pray and ask for what you want. Don't ask for something to get something. For example, don't ask for money if food is what you want to get. I used to do that where I'm like, God, could you give me money to buy food? No. Lord, I need my favorite dish. Like today, God, I'd love for you to send me some Chinese, some nice Chinese food. I'd love that. Let's put it out in the universe. All right, so let's go from the top again. The Good Life. Grand Rising, Father God. Thank you for loving me. Today I am thankful for food and provisions within my reach. Thank you for household facilities, machinery, and inventions that enable me to have a luxurious living environment. Thank you for my support system, the people I work with, and living companions who provide camaraderie that help me enjoy living in this world. Thank you for financial security and freedom so that my mind can be at peace as I thrive, enjoy everything this world has to offer, and explore the world and its adventures. Today, I thank you for all the wonderful, amazing, life-enhancing resources produced by your people to help me live meaningful, rewarding, and fun-loving life experiences. Thank you for vacations, luxurious escapades, and experiences that bring me so much joy. Your grace blows my mind. Thank you, Father, for a good life. Amen. Beautiful prayer. That is one I want. I want to print that prayer on a wall picture or something and have it up. Thank you, God, for the luxuries life affords me. Thank you for the people who support me so that I can live a good quality life. Yes, don't be afraid to speak into the universe what you actually desire. Lord, I want a life that is clean. I want a clean environment around me. I want people with pure hearts around me. I want to have devices and machinery that allows me to live in luxury, that allows me to live a soft life. Yes, God. Yes, God. The right car, the right transportation system, the ability and the capacity to fly first class, the ability, God, to visit luxurious locations that will allow me to really bask in the beauty of this world. Yes, God, that's what we're asking for today. Don't be afraid to ask God for what you want. Speak to your universe. Command what you actually really, really want. Really, really, truly want. All right. Thank you so much for being here with me. Now let's go to our ASMR moment. Wow. Look at the ocean. It's so beautiful. Wow, beautiful. Oh, yeah. Wow. Wow, wasn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, that was so beautiful. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did enjoy that ASMR moment. It was so beautiful just listening to the ocean. Wow, and just looking at those beautiful imagery of the ocean and life is beautiful. Like when I really look at nature, when I get outside of man's creation that they tend to lock us into, when I get outside of man's involvement and entanglements in earth, when I get outside of that, life is so beautiful. The nature of things, the beauty of earth is really, really, really amazing and amazingly wonderful. Don't miss out. Don't stay stuck within the confines of man-made systems and things. Get out in the world. And when I say get out, I'm not even talking about moving from your location. I mean putting your feet on nature's ground and just being grounded in that and just being in that moment. I'm talking about seeing yourself for who you are and basking in that, and not because sometimes we get so caught up in the systems of man, church, government, school, work, all these systems that man creates to keep us busy, but sometimes step out of that trap or step out of that survival kit for moments and just be in the wild a little bit, wild in your mind, wild in the earth, nature, with the animals, and just be. It's just such a beautiful thing. And there are many ways to do it because, it's funny because one of the things that I think about often or even have conversations about is that I love nature. I love nature. I love the outdoors, right? But this is what I'm saying. I don't necessarily have all the requirements. I haven't met all the requirements that I would like to have in place for me to truly go out there and enjoy nature at its touch. I am not always equipped, have all the requirements or all the equipment or whatever I desire that I feel that I would need to have to go out and truly have a good time, right? I don't necessarily always have those. So one of the things, and for example, I'm talking about like the right transportation. And when I say the right transportation for me, for example, maybe I want to take a flight, but I don't want to travel with anyone and I don't have a private airplane or private jet, right? So that's what I mean. That's just an example of what I mean when I say I don't have all the needs or all the requirements that I'd like to have in place to truly go out and enjoy nature in a physical way. I don't necessarily have it. So I have other ways that I enjoy nature, like what I just did, from the confines of my home. You know, and because, for example, when I enjoy watching the lions and having some close-up experiences with them, if I was physically there, I would not be enjoying it because I'd be scared. I'd have to, you know what I mean? Not that I wouldn't have had a good time or a good experience, but I wouldn't be able to bask in it the way I wanted. So what I'm trying to say is, don't limit your experience with nature to you always being physically in the midst of it. There are creative and unique ways that you can put things in place so that you can enjoy it the way you desire to. I set up my home the way I want to enjoy it, everything. You know what I mean? So put yourself in the position and in the space to have a luxurious life right where you are. You know, right where you are, and enjoy those moments when you disconnect from the busyness of life and of man-made systems. You don't have to necessarily leave your home all the time. Sometimes you can, but you don't have to all the time. You can retrofit your environment to meet your emotional and recreational needs. That's all I'm saying. All right. So thank you so much for watching the show. Thank you for being here with me. It's now time for us to go to unboxing because remember, we shifted around our segments. So because allegedly sometimes take up a lot of time. So I wanted to start with unboxing and then go to our funding alerts, and then we go to allegedly. All right, so let's now go to unbox these 3 packages that I have right here with me. All right, let's go.
Hey, curious minds, ready to unbox your next big find? Every episode of Unbox Solutions with me dives deep into Amazon gems, smart hacks, and surprising solutions you might not know existed. From combat boots to kitchen gadgets, we unbox them all. Up close, unfiltered, and just for you. Tag along as we refresh, relax, and renew your everyday routine, one product at a time. Catch new episodes every Tuesday on YouTube at My Coach Ministry. Hit subscribe, smash that bell, and never miss a reveal.
Thank you so much for staying with me. I am Coach Racquel, and of course, we're now in our Unbox Solutions with me segment. And I have 3 packages here that I want to share that I'm going to be unpacking. I'm going to be opening right here, right now with you. All right. So I have 3 packages. I have this one, and we have this one. All right. I'm sharing the things I bought with you now, but let's see which one we have first so I can know which one to. All right. All right. So let's start with this one. Yeah, I opened it already and took out a mouse. So we have a mouse here, another mouse. This one is a wired. Yeah, I think this is a wired gaming mouse designed for gamers. Well, I hope it works for podcasters. So that's it. That's one. And let's see what this is. Ooh, right. So we're done with this, and we just want to say thanks to Tara Couriers for our delivery. All right, so this one now, okay. All right, so this is a mouse. Let me click on it so you can see it properly. All right, so this is a wired mouse, right? Wired, it's wired. All right. Very nice. The box. So this is the cord. That's a cord. And this is the mouse. I like it. Ooh, it's cute. Very cute. And this is the cord, right? So that's our first item. And the brand is called Onitune or Wanitune or, yeah, I don't know what it's, can't pronounce it. Onitune or something like that. There we go. So that's our first Amazon find for today. All right, let's put this somewhere. Right. So 24-piece. This is a 24-piece black silverware set with steak knives. So let me click on it so you can see it. Yeah. Right. So here we are. Wow. Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Ooh. Oh, it's heavier than I thought it would be. Oh, very nice. I like it. Can you see? Can you see it? Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, so it's a 24. It's 24. How many box? Yeah. And, ooh, yes. All right. Ooh. All right. So there are the knives, forks, spoons. Yeah, and you'll see me use these on my food channel. Yeah, at Kelly's ASMR, tastyfoodadventures.com. You'll see me use these on that, on my website. Yeah. All right. Because I'm an ASMR artist, a food blogger and vlogger. Both. So if you go to my website, you'll see that. All right. I'm trying to, yeah, remove my personal information. All right. So we're going to this package now, which I believe are the blouses. I love the sound of that. All right. Yes. Okay. So, first one. Uh-huh. Nice. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. And this is 2X, because that's my size. So this is one. And then this one. All right. So these are some tops again. Yeah. So there are 3 of them. As you can see on the screen, this is burgundy, green, and yellow. I love this. It's like gold yellow. I love this color. Wow, this is going to look really, really nice on my skin. There we go. There we go. It's like off the shoulder kind of thing. Look at that. I like it. There we go. I like. Do you like? I like it. So that's 1, 2, 3. Right? 3 of them. All right. Okay. So these containers now. So let's take this out. I should have been wearing my gloves, but I'm not. But remember to sanitize after you open your eye. I like the sound. Ooh. There we go. Uh-huh. There you go. All right. These are nice. I like the size. I remember when I was buying them, I was like not sure of what the size would be, but I know I wanted a good size, you know. Hey, all right. Ooh. All right. I won't be able to take it out, but these are the tops, and these are very, very nice. Very, very strong material. Yeah, very strong material. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Yeah. Awesome. All right, so that is it for our unboxing for today. Yes, oh my gosh, I think but my favorite today are the spoons. Today I unboxed a 3-pack. What is that? Okay, a 3-pack top blouse set. We have gold, we have green, and we have burgundy, kind of like earth colors, which I really, really like. And then I also unpack or revealed or unveiled another top, which is a blue kind of stripe top, horizontal lines, really, really cute. And the links for all of these will be in the description of this video. I also unboxed a wired mouse, and a cutlery set, a 24-piece black silverware set with steak knives. All right, so yeah, cutlery set. Yes, and it's for food grade tableware cutlery set. I also unboxed that. And I also unboxed a 6-set, what do you call this? Heavy duty airtight plastic containers. It's a set of 6. I also unboxed that as well. So that's what we did for today.
Want to turn ideas into income? Say less. It's Free Money Wednesdays. Every week, we drop the hottest funding alerts, grants, scholarships, startup catch, and hidden gems. Tune in with the Free Money crew as we break down how to apply, win, and level up. From the blog to the tube, we've got you covered. Visit mycoachministry.com/blog or subscribe on YouTube at mycoachministry for the latest drops.
Thank you so much for staying with me so far. I'm Coach Racquel, still here with you. Refresh, relax, renew, and this is our Free Money Wednesdays or Funding Alert segment. And today we're going to be talking about positioning yourself to achieve success in grant funding. All right, so let's just go to that information. So you're currently seeing my website, mycoachministry.com. And we're about to go exactly where I want us to go. So let's skip this message and get to where we want to get to. So once you go to the website, you just scroll and you'll see the grant funding thing. So we're going to be going through the checklist today. All right, so this is our grant funding checklist that we're talking about today. All right, this is what we're talking about today. So let me begin by saying that I want to encourage you to, if you're not already there, to begin to get to a place where you open up your mind to possibilities when it comes to funding. I wanted to start thinking possibilities. I don't want you to start thinking I don't have money. I want you to start thinking I attract money. It doesn't matter if you can see it or touch it or feel it. I want you to have a mindset of attracting things that you want, especially funding. Now, as I'm sharing this because over the weekend, today's what, Wednesday? Yeah. Or it's earlier this week, I was listening to some persons sharing their thoughts on a comment that Tabitha Brown made. Let me see if I can find it and share it with you. It troubled me.
My husband told me, yeah.
Tabitha Brown. Yeah, that's her name, Tabitha.
Entrepreneurship is not for everybody. And that doesn't mean it's not for you, but right now, these last few months, few years, you know what I'm talking about. Maybe it ain't been working for you. And it's time for you to get a job. You just gonna need to get a job for a little while. Okay, it don't mean your ideas ain't good. Okay, it don't mean that maybe one day you could be a good entrepreneur. But right now, you need to go to work. You're gonna need to get a job. Okay? And then keep working towards it. And at least you'll have a job while you are pursuing that thing.
So let me tell you, you see, for me, it's not so much the message of as an entrepreneur, you might need a job as well as whatever it is your primary focus of your personal business is, right? I hear that message, and that's not a bad message, right? But I can't shake the way she presents it to me. And this is just my opinion. Oh, there's something I forgot to do. Oh, I didn't do it because it's not allegedly. No, let me say this, right? Whenever I extract or benefit from people's content, I just want to say thanks to them. So I want to say thanks to Tabitha Brown. God bless her for her thoughts and for what she contributes to the conversation. Let me say that. I'm thankful for that, right? So I'm just going to be commenting on what I'm hearing her say and what my thoughts are as I go into the grant funding thing, because I want to send a different message or send the same message a different way. That's what it is. I'm going to send the same message a different way. And so you have options. So you don't just have her way, you have my way too, and other people's comments. Because on this video, they say, is it insensitive for millionaire Tabitha Brown to tell Black women to get a job? Well, I'm not even going to assess whether or not it's insensitive or not. She has the right to speak about what she's speaking about, and only the receiver can determine if it's insensitive to them. I'll tell you what my thoughts are on when I listen to her. Let me play it again. The way she said what she said is important.
Entrepreneurship is not for everybody.
Entrepreneurship is not for everybody. Now, I don't know if this is a clip, and I'm on TikTok, so I don't know if she had a whole conversation before this, right? But it is my hope that if she did have a conversation before this, that she would have had a whole conversation about entrepreneurship first, and how it is important to own your labor, and how it is important to own your time, and how it is important to own your freedom and your intellectual property, right? Because all of those things, you invest all of those things, whether in whatever work you do, whether it is work for a quote unquote employer or for yourself. That's one thing. So it is my hope that she said all of those things, because when I hear this, entrepreneurship is not for everybody. Let me clarify. In my world, in the world of the Calm Collective, my website, mycoachministry.com, everyone was born an entrepreneur. You don't become an entrepreneur. You don't become an entrepreneur. You are an entrepreneur by birth, by default. You were born and created and designed that way because you are a creator. You make things. You make things happen. You cultivate. Yes? You were born a creator because you were born in the Creator's image, so designed and wonderfully made. So you are an entrepreneur by default. Let's be clear on that.
And that doesn't mean it's not for you, but right now.
So she's saying that doesn't mean it's not for you, but right now.
These last few months.
Years,
you know what I'm talking about.
Mm.
Maybe it ain't working for you.
It ain't been working for you. I don't know if she did some kind of research or she's speaking to a particular person. Maybe she's had some conversations with persons in her own personal life, in her own personal space. Maybe her direct followers are coming to her complaining about being an entrepreneur and that it's not working. And maybe perhaps this is why she's telling that to them. But this is what I want to say to my listeners and those people who follow me. If there are any of you out there, well, I know you're out there. So thank you for following. Here at the Calm Collective, we don't, right, that right there, we don't believe in that, right? Because now we have to, when you say not working for you, what does that mean? What does not working for you mean? Break that down. What do you mean that, for example, as an entrepreneur, I've decided to become a lawyer and branch out on my own, but I'm not acquiring enough clients to maintain my law practice as an entrepreneur. What do you mean by that? I don't understand. It's not working out for you. What? And if it's not working, is the answer to quit? Okay, maybe that's not what she's saying. Maybe what she's saying is, yes, still you have your dream for entrepreneurship, but go find a job. The problem I have with this message is that I don't feel like she's advocating for entrepreneurs the way the message is presented. I feel like she's more advocating for business owners. Like she's not like it's almost, it comes across to me like, listen, we need people in these companies to work, okay? We need people to go back to work. I'm not saying that it's not good to be an entrepreneur, but it's not working out right now. Go back to work, please. We need you to go back to work. We need employees, okay? We need employees over here. It's just the way it comes across to me that it comes across very malicious to me. I'm not saying she's malicious. That's just how it comes across to me. It doesn't come across like somebody wanting to inspire an entrepreneur. Like if I come to you and I say, listen, I know that this shop that you open right now, it's not selling as whatever, but listen, what are some of the ideas that we could come up with to help you keep your shop? What are some of the things we can come up with to help you keep your store so you can maintain your entrepreneurship desire and goal and you can achieve it? What can we do? Okay, maybe we can get some side jobs. I don't hear the presentation of get a side job, a side hustle, and get a side hustle for your entrepreneurship. On your entrepreneurship journey. That's not what I'm hearing. I'm hearing this, go back to work. We need you in. It feels to me like it's not in the interest of the entrepreneur, but it's in the interest of corporate entities. That's how her message come across to me, and that's why I find it distasteful. Again, I'm not her. I'm not in her mind. I don't know what she's saying. I did not listen to the full clip. But this part that I've heard, I feel like it's enough for me to have a comment on as I go into what I'm about to talk to you about. Listen to me. As an entrepreneur, number one, yes, you were born an entrepreneur. You weren't born to work for nobody. Let's be clear on that. You were born to own your labor and to own your brand and to hone in on the area of expertise that you were wonderfully created to deliver in. You're not an entrepreneur by mistake, but one of the challenges that a lot of entrepreneurs face is lack of self-work. And what do I mean by self-work? One, truly learning who you are. You've got to learn who you are. You have to make the investment. You have to go out and you have to make the investment to discover self. You need to find coaches and support systems and services that can help you learn who you are so that you can carefully and pointedly craft your personal brand in a way that you can easily speak it and people can easily grasp it, right? I've been an entrepreneur for a long time. I've also been someone who's also worked with other people, because I'm going to break that down too. Because what really bugs me about what she said is that the message is not, I don't hear that message being curtailed as a moment of empowerment for people. I feel like it's almost like a lashing. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm saying it's just how it just land inside of me funny. Yeah, it's not resonating well. at all. That message could have been said a different way from someone who is reportedly a millionaire. Sound like somebody to me that is saying, listen, we need workers, come to work. Enough. That's just how it sounds to me. I'm not saying, I cannot say that's what she is saying. I can only say how I interpret what she said. That's how it sounds to me. It doesn't sound like, listen, I know it's hard, but keep going. Like that's what, when I'm down as an entrepreneur, when I was low, I didn't want to hear, no, drop it. I wanted to hear, listen, here are some tips. This is what I did. You can give them some insight. Tell them how you did it. Anyway. So what I'm saying is, one, you were born an entrepreneur. Number two, you need to do the work to learn yourself, study yourself, to understand who am I and what is this business that I'm seeking, the business of me, this brand of me that I'm seeking to launch, right? What is it? And how do I present it in a way that those who I'm presenting it to can interpret it and gain the understanding that I want them to get, because people are going to hear what you say, and just like you said it, and we're going to draw to our own conclusions. But what you want to do, you want to present it in such a way that they can come as close to your intention and the meanings you want them to get as much as possible, right? And three, once you're clear on your goals, I need us to become fundraising catalysts for our business, for our financial goals, right? As an entrepreneur, become au fait with funding opportunities, grant funding applications, grant fund writing, grant fund, that space of financial, the financial space. You don't have to become a financial expert, but at the very least, let's make it a habit to apply for funding, because there's a lot of free money out there. And as you know, if you go to my blog, every month, I haven't posted one for this month yet, but every month I post the top funding opportunities that are currently out there. There are people who give away money every single day, right? There are people ready and able and willing to help you, but sometimes they cannot find you because you're so busy up under the Tabitha Browns of the world who are not feeding you any real insights. Or maybe they are. Clearly, if you're there, they must be feeding you insights. So let me not say that. I don't mean to be disrespectful. But when it comes to, based on what she just said, expand yourself to other resources and other people who can help connect you with solutions rather than people who are going to tell you about your problem. You already know you have a problem. You know your problem. You know your financial problem you have. You know your entrepreneurship problem that you have. And oftentimes in entrepreneurship, the issue we have, sometimes we think it's money, but money is not the problem, because if your brand was positioned effectively, money would not be a problem. If you were serving your right client, if you were able to attract the clients you were sent here to serve, you would not be having issues like financial issues, right? Because that's what kind of she's talking about. You wouldn't be having those issues. A lot of time we have the financial issues because we don't understand the financial landscape, and we don't understand how to access free money. And the reason we sometimes are not able to is because we don't know who we are, and our business, we have not done the work to align our divine purpose with the business we are pursuing in order to attract the people we were created to serve. And I'm saying that because this happened to me. I'm a nine-time entrepreneurship. What I mean by that is I've had to pivot. Where I start was not where I ended, but where I started is exactly where I'm at. I don't even know how to explain it, because I had to go on different roads and different lanes to learn different things, because I didn't have access to resources. I didn't have access to these kinds of resources. So it was an uphill, challenging road for me, but I never quit, right? And that is the reason I now have my coach ministry, because I want to help people so they don't have to have it as challenging as I did. So I want you to understand that if you're struggling as an entrepreneur, you need to go back to the drawing board and really sit down and learn yourself. It's called a breakdown. Do the self-work so you can get the breakthroughs, right? Take some time to really sit down and work on yourself. Learn who you are from a divine perspective. Who am I? Why am I here? Find a coach that can help you understand your life purpose, your value system, your motivators. So you can. There's so much more at stake than just money when it comes to entrepreneurship. And before I go into this article that I'm going to be sharing with you, I just want you to know the next thing is this, right? Number one was you were born an entrepreneur. You're an entrepreneur by default. There's no way for you to leave your entrepreneurship to go somewhere and come back. No, you are an entrepreneur by design, by default. You were created that way in the image of your creator. Okay, that's number one. Number two, if there's an issue, it's not necessarily money. So you need to look for the breakdowns. Explore the breakdowns, do your self-work so you can find the breakthrough. Number three, what I want to share with you is this. Anyone you work with is a contract. Whether that contract is a long-term contract or a short-term contract. So for example, she said to go and get a job. That would be go and get a contract. You don't need to change. You don't need to stop being an entrepreneur so you can go get another client in order to generate an income. So for example, let's say you are in the business of selling plastic bottles, but you're struggling because you're not making enough money. Okay, you can now sit with yourself and say, okay, which company out there I could align myself with that if I got a contract with them, it would help to stabilize my business or benefit my business, or it would become a partnership, a collaboration. It would afford me the kind of collaborative experience that could help me drive my my current business, or even learn about the industry I'm in. If you want to call it a job, then you can, but I call it finding a client, right? So don't just go look at job. Look for something. Look for an employer or a contractor, because that's what I call employers. I don't call it look for a job. I call it look for a client. In this world, clients include employers, so to speak. That's what we call them, employers. That's a client. It's just that it might be a long-term client, and this client need you for a certain amount of hours, which is why I'm saying, as an entrepreneur, she's an entrepreneur. The way she's talking to me sounds like she's talking on behalf of the corporate. She's talking corporate language. As an entrepreneur, and she's a successful entrepreneur, this is what she should be saying. Not just so if you want to use the word job, don't just say get a job. Say, listen, this is one of the things you can do. Search for a job that have the amenities that will allow you to that will complement your entrepreneurship goals. Find the kind of job that if you're hired by those people, not only will you generate an income, but you'll be learning about an industry that aligns with what you do. Of course, you're going to make sure you do the research to make sure that whoever you're going to be working with, you're not breaching anything by whatever. So what I'm saying, by whatever it is that you're doing, because you're supposed to be working in the area of your expertise anyway. So it's, for example, like, let's say you're a consultant for communication, right? And you were doing this as an entrepreneur, but finances are low. Find a company that you can provide communication services to. So even though you call that a job, you call it a job, I call it a long-term contract, a long-term client, right? Because you're going there to serve them. So the language is important, right? So you're not just going into a job. You're aligning yourself with a company that will pay you and at the same time train you and give you access to a world where you can further build on your entrepreneurial endeavors. Make sense? I hope I'm saying it correctly, right? So as a successful entrepreneur, I would have expected her to speak in a way that empowers the entrepreneur, that gives you ideas, right? So it really is just clients. What you need if you're out of money, one, you either go look for free money or you look for clients. And having a client view your job as view your employer or the job you're in not as a job but as a client, and treat it accordingly. Your job description is your contractual agreements. You don't need to go above or beyond it. You just need to make those deliverables so you can focus on your entrepreneurial goals as well while you're doing that. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't understand, leave it in the comment, and once you let me know what you'd like me to clarify, I will be better able to tell you exactly based on what you're understanding. But you don't have to go get a job. No, what you need to do is go get a client, and if that client come in the form of a job that aligns with your entrepreneurial goals, then fantastic. But there's also free money out there, and there are ways to do it that you don't abandon your entrepreneurial goals. Now, grant funding checklist for entrepreneurs. These are the top 10 essentials to check before you apply, because smart money follows smart prep. So you've gotten the vision, you've got the hustle. Remember, you have to make sure you get the vision clear. Yes? You've got the vision, you've got the hustle. Now you're eyeing grant funding to level up your business, because before you start chasing down dollars, make sure you've got your strategic ducks in a row. This checklist will help you avoid rookie mistakes, stand out from the noise, and actually win the money. So the first thing is, number one, mission match. Are you speaking their language? And guess what happened, right? Even this that I'm about to tell you can be applied as you look for a quote unquote job. If you want to find one that's aligned with what your entrepreneurial goals are. Because what they call a job, like I said, I call it a client. So you can even apply this when you're looking for the client that you want to work with as you build your brand. All right. So mission match. Are you speaking their language? Have you researched the funder's mission? Does your business or project clearly align with it? All right. Can you explain the connection in one sentence? Pro tip. If it feels like a stretch, it is a stretch. Move on. Number two, eligibility. Are you even in the game? Do you meet all the funder's basic requirements? For example, for profit allowed. Sector specific. Are you located in a supported region? Is your business structure eligible, like for example LLC, sole proprietor, etc.? Don't waste time applying for money that can't legally go to you. And sometimes you can collaborate with an organization that meet their requirements to deliver the service and to win the grant, to apply for the grant. Yes? There are no limitations. All right. Number three, crystal clear objective. Can you define exactly what you need the funding for? Is the purpose tied directly to growth, innovation, or community impact? Can you pitch it in one sentence? If your idea is fuzzy, your application will be dead on arrival, DOA, right? And this applies to just regularly promoting, speaking about your brand. Are the customers you're trying to reach clear on the objective of your company? Because sometimes that's why we're not attracting the money that we're seeking, the clients that we're seeking. Number four, show impact, not just activity. Can you describe the measurable results of your project? Do you know how you'll track progress? Can you prove your business will be stronger because of the grant? Think, how will your business, customers, or community change for the better? Number five, bulletproof budget. Have you built a line item budget tied to your goals? Are all costs justified and realistic? Did you include any required co-funding or in-kind contributions? Numbers tell your story too. Make them sharp and smart. Number six, execution-ready team. See, and remember, your team is not limited to people you hire. Partner, collaborate with people. As entrepreneurs, you don't have to just look for people you're going to hire. You can look for people who are also entrepreneurs, whose service complement your service and yours complement them. Remember, you can also barter in entrepreneurship. You can. All right. So execution ready team. Do you have the people or partners needed to deliver? Are you confident you can hit the proposed milestones? Have you tackled similar projects before? Funders don't just back ideas, they back operators. Sustainability strategy. What happens when the grant ends? Will this project generate revenue or long-term benefits? Can you describe a plan to keep momentum going? No one wants to fund a one-hit wonder. Metrics and measurement. Do you have KPIs or outcomes to track success? Can you report on your impact in numbers, stories, or both? Is evaluation built into your project timeline? Show how you'll prove their investment paid off. Numbers, reports. Number 9, rock solid timeline. Do you have a realistic project timeline? Are key phases and deliverables clearly mapped out? Is it doable with your current resources? Is your schedule, if your schedule feels tight to you, it'll terrify a founder. And let me just pause there to say this, right? As an entrepreneur, like I said before, money is an entrepreneur who's not earning is an entrepreneur that's not squarely positioned. An entrepreneur that's not strategically positioned is an entrepreneur that's not ready. There is no way you're in your divine purpose and you're not generating an income. And that because God would not give you an assignment and then not fund that assignment. It means there's more work for you to do. And going to work for someone else who's going to now exhaust your time and you're busy building their business is not the answer either. Not unless when you do that, you are also going to schedule time to work on yourself, to truly learn, to understand, to hire a coach, to get therapy. Because sometimes that's what's needed. We need to get some therapy first, then we need to get a coach to sit with us and help us really understand how we're supposed to position our brand, how we're supposed to align ourselves and learn how do I do this? Because a lot of the times we're doing it so ineffectively where I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm moving by myself. I hire people, and that's not. You don't have to do it that way. You can collaborate. You can partner. You're supposed to be in continuous, consistent training, workshops, bettering yourself, learning the business, learning your customers. Those are the things. So when I hear a successful entrepreneur saying, "Go get hired," you don't have time to be hired, and you're not coming back, or it's gonna. If you're not aligned effectively and you're not good at managing your time, you go work for someone, you may never come back and you may just end up building their business and not your own. What you need is not to go get a job, but is to find companies that are employing people with your skill set and your talents that align with your business. And they're called clients that may come in the form of a job. So it shouldn't just be any old job. And like I said, we're changing the language. It's not finding a job. It's finding clients that align with you. And a client can be anyone. It can be a company. It can be an individual. It can be anyone. It can come in the form of a long or short-term contract. All right? Yes. Where you're working right now, if you're not an employee, wherever you're working right now, if you're not an entrepreneur, wherever you are working right now, if you consider yourself an employee, you're still an entrepreneur. I don't even know there's such a thing as an employee. You are an entrepreneur. It just so happens that you have contracted out your hours and your time and your intellectual property, and you have a main client or a major client or a permanent client or a long-term client that you work with, and you call that place your job. But I want us to change the language, because when we change the language, we can become empowered by it. Because oftentimes when you just hear, "Oh, get a job," you're not thinking building as an entrepreneur. You're thinking, "Oh, I go there, I do that, I come home and I live just my regular life. I'm not building anything." No, you can have a full-time client and still build, because you choose your client, or you choose your employer, or you choose your job based on its alignment with your entrepreneurial goals. You're always an entrepreneur. Anyway, number 10, polish and proof. Have you removed jargons, fluff, and filter? Did at least 2 people proofread your application? Is your tone confident, clear, and compelling? Your grant proposal is your first impression. Make it sleek. And those are the top 10 things to consider from our grant funding checklist. Now, I have a group, I have a website, My Coach Ministry, and I call my village there the Calm Collective. Listen, if you're an entrepreneur and you're seeking an environment or seeking to add people who can support you to your environment, please visit my website. Let me see if I can show it to you. And you can join the entrepreneurship village that I have there, because I want entrepreneurs, I want us to walk in our entrepreneurship, right? Because you're not limited because you're an entrepreneur. So you see, as you can see on the screen, join the Calm Collective membership for adventurers ready to thrive in in calm and courage, entrepreneurs and dreamers, because you are the adventurers that I'm referring to. As entrepreneurs, we're adventurers. That's why we're on an adventure, a business adventure, and don't let anyone limit you on this journey, right? So entrepreneurs and dreamers don't have to do it alone. You don't have to do it alone. Inside the Calm Collective, you'll find support, accountability, and exclusive resources to fuel your journey. Why the Calm Collective? Because success without peace isn't success. What you get: exclusive and priority access, support, and to join the village. The Calm Collective is for adventurers like you. You're an entrepreneur balancing ambition with the Calm Collective is for adventurers like you. If you're an entrepreneur balancing ambition with well-being, you want accountability without judgment, you crave community and don't want to build alone, you believe success should feel good, not just look good, right? Your calm adventure starts now, so don't just chase success, live it with peace, clarity, and courage. Join the Calm Collective today and step into the village that supports you. This is a testimonial from one of my clients. Thank you for your dedication. I keep hearing your voice. When you take one step, I'll take two. And that's what I tell my clients. When you take one step, I'll take two. You stop walking, I stop walking beside you. Now, and she continued, you have proven your worth beyond measure. Thank you. And of course, this is guided by me. I'm a coach, ASMR artist, and entrepreneur. I built the Calm Collective to be the village I wish I had when I started my journey. So this is what people like Tabitha should be saying to you. And just for transparency, to become an adventurer or an entrepreneur in the Calm Collective, there's a monthly cost of $9. That's USD, and or you can pay for the year $99 and save $9. So that's on you. So I'm just sharing that with you. And there are other information on my platform that's free that you don't have to sign up with a collective for. But if you want that personal engagement, and intentional resources and stuff that I put on that I share, that I give, then you join the platform and you make that payment, because that payment goes towards, it's a small payment, it's like your Netflix, right? That goes toward the work to pull all of this together and to be there, make sure people support you. So I'm just saying, as an entrepreneur, I think there's better guidance that she could give than what she actually gave. You know what I mean? So that's just how I feel about it. So that's our funding alerts for today. All right.
Welcome to Kelly's Fitness Adventures. Discover your path to wellness. Hear your breath, movement, and healing align through ASMR fitness journeys. Join us on real-time walking meditations, feeling the earth beneath your feet. Experience sunrise strength training that nourishes both body and soul. Engage in waterfall breathwork journeys. Rejuvenate your spirit. All you need is a phone and an open heart. Let's connect. Come away with me. Inhale, exhale, just breathe. Visit kellysfitnessadventures.com. From Hollywood to your hood, public breakdowns are everywhere. But what if we turn gossip into growth? On Allegedly, we react to the wildest viral stories, celeb spiraling, influencers breaking down, and infamous moments you can't unsee. But we don't just watch, we work. We break it down, do the self-work, and find the breakthrough hiding in their mistakes. New episodes drop every Monday on YouTube at My Coach Ministry, because your healing might just begin with someone else's headline. Allegedly, where the breakdown is the beginning of your breakthrough.
Welcome to this segment. Thank you so much for staying with me so far. I'm Coach Racquel, and this is the segment Allegedly. Podcast.allegedly.blog for more. All right. So before we get into this segment, I just want to say this: for this and all the other segments, I am very thankful to all the persons who are mentioned in this episode of the show today. I'm thankful for them, no matter what my position is on the relevant topics or the respective topics. It doesn't matter how I feel about what they did, said, or how they're performing or going on in their or living their lives. I value these people, and I value the inspiration or the indicator or catalyst that they provide that would then lead me to exploring the breakdown and to do my self-work so I can achieve breakthroughs. So I'm thankful for all the persons I mentioned in my episode today, and especially in this episode, allegedly. And when I talked about Tabitha Brown earlier, I value her. So my conversation is not in any way meant to devalue, but is because I value who I contribute and or participate in the dialogue. So I just want to say that. So before we go forward, copyright disclaimer on the Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. And of course, we're going to be commenting. We use it for news reporting and teaching and research. All right, so we are now going to go to a video that I got it from TikTok, and when I listened to this video, I had to share it on my Facebook page because it really touched me, and I'm going to be talking about it today.
Here's a huge lie of the patriarchy that I fell for a long time. And it's the idea that men just inherently need respect, and so therefore if your partner, your wife, anybody brings a message to you and it's not delivered with respect and decorum and politeness, that therefore the message can be disregarded. What a joke. You probably heard the quote from Laurel Thatcher Ulrich that well-behaved women seldom make history. I wonder why that is. Right? It's because men will not hear anything that is delivered with politeness in a culture that reinforces constantly the power dynamic that we are in charge, right? So everything else that's delivered with decorum is able to be easily dismissed, right? Because now we're just chatting, we're just having a night, we're just having a friendly debate. And whatever your idea is not my idea, and we can agree to disagree. And because I am the one in power, I get to do what I want to do. And if you come at me with any level of intensity or passion, then oh my gosh, you're just an emotional creature and you need to be under control and put in check. How sad. In fact, we did put women literally in mental institutions for decades because they were speaking up, and we called them insane. There's insanity here, but it was never the women. Never.
I was just going to let it play them because, to be honest with you, I literally feel numb. I'm so thankful to him for saying this. I wish I probably should go search for his account so that I could personally thank him for that, because being a woman, I'm not gonna cry. Being a woman in this world comes across as so problematic. Being a woman in this world feels like such a way down class citizen. that he doesn't even have a number. And then if you are a certain kind of woman and you don't look a certain, and it goes, this is it, right? If you don't look a certain way, they have something to say. And if you look a certain way, they have something to say as well. Being a woman in this world, and the reason it saddens me is not because of how strangers operate, but it's men who I respect. And that's the betrayal for me, that I betray myself, because it's the men that I love and respect. They can be so dismissive. I've I've been so dismissed. I've had occasions to the point where I stopped talking to men. I am so, even at that I'm a single person and I know I want companionship, but the thought of being with a man is so challenging for me, because it's like you're sacrificing. It sounds to me like to do it, you must sacrifice yourself. Because a lot of my experiences might not have been in intimate relationships, but I've also had business partnership relationships wherein the treatment is the same. They gaslight you. They don't listen. I was told I'm shouting, and I'm not even a shouter. And I didn't even know I wasn't a shouter because I believed it. I've had men who literally, in my soul, I know this person cares about me. I know they care about me, but I just couldn't understand how, if you care about me, you dismiss me, And it's been so refreshing experiencing men who, I talk about this person so often. He really is just a friend. But God bless him. He's one of my angels. I don't like the word friend, and the friend word is incorrect too. So I think he's one of my angels. Somebody who is not necessarily in your life, but they're on the outskirts of it, or they pop in every now and again. Yes, he's an angel. And I remember, even though I had something to say to him, but I was so scared to say it. Because I'm so wordy, and then when I write a lot, because in my mind, I just want you to understand, I want you to understand what I'm saying and how I'm feeling, and I want you to know, because it's a good thing. It's not a negative. It's not a negative thing. And I remember I'd send in these WhatsApp messages very long, and one of the things that really made me respect this man is how he responds to me. I can tell by his response that he read everything. Because he responds to the first part, the middle part, the end, he responds to my messages. A proper response. Not, oh my God, the message is so long, I didn't get a chance to read it. Not, oh, I'm so busy. No. You know what I mean? And even my experience in business relationships where I was just treated so poorly, I wasn't treated poorly because I was seeking to get someone to do something for me. I was treated poorly because I had an interest in you, and I wanted you to win, and I wanted to support you, and I wanted whatever I was doing to benefit you, and I didn't want to just go off doing things on my own in a partnership. It's because I actually wanted to engage with you in your best interest. So when we had meetings, or if we had something about the business, but this is what I learned, right? Stop talking. If you're hitting walls, if your words are hitting against walls, stop talking. As a matter of fact, I have the series that I completed, 100 Dear Little Black Girl letters that I wrote because of these experiences that I've had. And in one of those editions, I think it's in the Guard Your Emotion. One of the letters I wrote is to help women, especially women like me, learn earlier that you're hitting a wall. Because yes, you can say, if you realize you're hitting a wall, leave. But I did not know I was hitting a wall. I didn't understand. So I kept seeking more understanding. The poorer I was, the worse I was treated, was the more interest I had, because I wanted to, okay, what am I doing wrong? Tell me what to do. How do I work better with you? Because I'm thinking, it's not that the person does not want to work with me because they haven't left. It is that I am having communication issues. I am miscommunicating. No, dear, I'm not trying to stress you out. I'm not trying to add more to your plate. And the more I'm trying to talk is the more problematic I seem to become, is the less they hear me. So we also have to teach young girls how to know when they're not being heard, because you first have to know that you're hitting a wall in order to stop. But sometimes we don't even know we're hitting a wall, because these men are not looking back to us and say, I don't want to speak with you. They're not saying that, and when you have you have good intentions, you're not thinking they have bad intentions. So it's about having the wisdom to know that this is wrong. This right here that's happening, this is not cool. This is not okay. This does not happen everywhere. It's just happening in your world. So you can change it, because sometimes we think it's normal. Sometimes we think it's normal because we're in environments that treat us so poorly that you don't even know which of the treatment is a poor treatment, or which of the treatment you should live with and which one should leave. Which one is the battle, which one is the war? Which one do you compromise on and which one do you not compromise on? And it took me a long time. And for the past three and a half years, I have completely disconnected from any kind of partnership with a man. Because one, I felt like when I'm with men, I'm incompetent. I feel incompetent. No matter how hard I try, no matter what the best interest I have, it's like you're not going to hear me anyway. It's like I cannot get you to hear me. No matter how I talk, you can't hear me. Different languages, and that's what I usually say to men, like, okay, we talk different languages. You can't hear me. You cannot hear me. And so when the thought of, I would like to have a good, healthy relationship, but I don't know that I have the capacity to allow myself to even venture there. I'm the one, I stand in my way, because I know based on the experiences I've had before, I just don't want to have that. I need respect. I need acceptance. I need to be valued. I need to know that I'm speaking with someone. I'm interacting with someone. I'm investing with someone who sees value in me and can hear me and can accept me for who I am. Yes, I'm worthy. I am. So tell me how is the best way for me to speak with you? If talking to you makes it frustrating, tell me, do you prefer to write it? Like, give me those, but that's not what you get. What you get is the gaslighting, it's the dismissive behaviors. What this man said is so... If I've felt like a dog because of experiences I've had interacting with men I wasn't trying to get anything from that they didn't want to give me. Sometimes I'd sit down and I'm like, does this person think I want more than I do? Because I don't. And even I have a friend from my childhood, right? And I literally I just deleted him from my phone and said, okay, Racquel, you know what, leave this alone. Now, this is someone that I just sent some kind words, because one of my angels, he lost some persons in his life, and then there was other person, and then I remember he also lost two important persons in his life, his mom and his brother. And he came to my mind after, the other person said to me what happened to them. And so I sent a message to him where I said, you know what, I hope you're thriving in your life. I hope everything is going well in your life, blah, blah, blah. Do I have it? I want to share what I sent. And he read it, and no response, not a word. Not a word. No, he has the right. Let me be very, very clear. Oh, I'm not going to find it because I deleted it. Let me be very clear. He has the right to not respond if he doesn't want to. But I think we have to teach girls, young girls and women, how to recognize that and walk away. Because one of the issues I had was I didn't know the times, I didn't know the indicators of walk away. I didn't know the indicators. So, for example, a thing like this, I'd be thinking, no, man, but this is somebody I've known from childhood. I'm not asking this person to be with me. I'm not saying marry me. I'm not asking you for anything. I just send you some nice thoughts. So I'm not thinking to myself that I'm going to start thinking, oh, maybe they're busy, man, or why is he not talking to me? And then the next thing I wanted to do was to say, did I offend you? But then I'm like, no, we're not going to do that. He didn't respond. He's not wanting to talk. So the fact that he's not having conversations with you is because he doesn't want to have conversations with you. But it took me this long and working on myself to understand it. So what I'm trying to say is some persons who are still stuck in situations is not because they don't have will. Sometimes it's because they don't have awareness. They don't know, they don't realize that this action here, you don't need to understand further. This action, how did it impact you? How it impacted you is sufficient for you to make a decision for the future. Because I've had to separate from relationships, and then after that relationships, I'm reinvited to partnership. I'm reinvited to, and this person still come to me for services and stuff, but I know I can't go back because the treatment was so bad and I suffered so much. And that's why this conversation touched me, and I'm not fully over it, and I'm still going through my healing process. I've had my blood pressure spiked because I'm like, what did I do wrong? I was just kind to you. I was investing all my money into this thing we're doing. I wasn't asking for anything. I'm not making any demands. So why am I being treated so poorly? But I didn't have the awareness or the information to know it's not that deep. It is as simple as if you feel disrespected, walk away. If you feel dismissed, stop. It doesn't matter what their intentions are. What matters is the experience you're having. I just didn't know that. And I have a bachelor's degree and I have lots of certificates and lots of training, but I didn't know that. I did not know that because my heart was just at the right place, and I'm thinking, but this is somebody I care about. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm not trying to harm you. So why are you treating me so poorly? You know, I remember there was this guy that I once met, and I'm just not able to say, and this is it, right? If you listen to my podcast, you've heard me say multiple times, sometimes I don't know what to call the relationships I've had with men. I don't know when I was dating. I know 2 men that I dated, and that's because they made it clear we were dating, right? And it was for a period of time. But some other people that I've met, I don't even know if I can call it just dating or acquaintance for a while, because there was a specific guy that we were trying to figure out if we're going to date or whatever. For me personally, I just wanted to date. And by dating, I mean getting to know somebody. That's what I wanted. I just wanted to get to know you, and I wanted to enjoy the process of getting to know you. That was it, right? But I remember one day we were talking on the phone, and he kept, whenever I called, he would say he's busy. He would always be, I'm so busy. And I'm not saying he wasn't busy. He was busy, right? He was busy, yes. And I remember we were talking once because and I have to give him this, right? Whenever I said I'd like to talk, he would listen to me talking. What I would experience though is, oh my God, I'm forcing this man to listen to me. It didn't feel like someone with care and willingness chose and decided, hey, do you want to talk to me? It wasn't like that. I felt forced, like I have to have this conversation. So I didn't bully, but I said, I really need to talk to you. Like I asked for it, begged for it. I don't know. I don't want to be disrespectful. Yeah. And I remember we were talking and he kept saying, no, you are a priority, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. Or no, I don't know if it was priority. He said, or you're important to me. No, I am. It's just that I'm busy. But he was explaining, because I'm saying, if you don't want me to call, we don't have to. If you want us, because I needed clarity on what we're doing so I could know what to do. Right? Because I'm not necessarily somebody who just disappears. So I'm like, do you want me to stop? Like, I can stop talking to you if you want me to. I don't have to call. I don't have to whatever. And he'd be like, no, that's not it at all. It's just that I'm busy, blah, blah, blah. Right? But in me, I'm saying, I hear what you're saying and I see the messages you're sending me. This is somebody who sent me images of wedding dress, of people getting married, and ring pictures of engagement ring and whatever. And I'm sitting back like, but I just want to get to know you. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like this. There's this other stage. You're talking to me at, but I'm here still trying to figure out if you even want to talk to me. You know? And so I remember one day we were having a conversation, and I said, okay, list for me the top 10 things that have you busy right now. And I remember when he was through listing his top 10 things that were priority for him, I said, you didn't say my name. And his response to me was, I feel cornered. And I'm there saying, I'm not trying to corner you. And I remember saying, I'm just trying to say to you, I want you to see where we're at and understand that it's okay. I really had that conversation with him because I wanted him to understand why I'm leaving or why I was going to disconnect, because I wasn't trying to hurt him. I just wanted him to know I wasn't trying to hurt you, but I'm going to disappear. Now, based on where I'm at now, I would have just walked away when he said busy one too many times without thinking of telling him I'm going. I would just disappear. And if he asks me why I disappeared, then I'd tell him. Because there's some men you disappear and they say nothing. And I'm going to be fair to the men that I've met. I've met some really nice men. Men who I've been able to communicate with, even when I'm scared and nervous. I don't know how they're going to receive it, but I've always been able to, even if it's a message that I send. But then I had to learn that there's some people who will just, communication is important to me. That's one thing I had to realize, how important communication was to me. Because for some persons, communication isn't that important. For example, the same guy I'm talking about, I think he is more of a kind of guy who needs to have you in his space for him to care. Or rather, change that, for him to show you he cares. Excuse me, like he has to have you in his space. You need to be in his physical world, right? So, and he said it, long distance dating wasn't for him. Got it. He has to date someone who is right here, right now. No, I cannot speak to what he would be like when you're in his physical space, because I've never spent that kind of time with him. Even though I visited, when I was there again, you know, it was still busy, but again, I wasn't someone in his life. Like I said, we were just trying to get to know each other. So I can't assess what he would be like in a relationship, but I know that the dating process, I was not, and like I told him eventually, regardless of what he's trying to tell me, because, you know, we have different positions on it and it's okay. I wasn't it. That's my conclusion. The last time we spoke, he said to me, I just wasn't ready. That's his perspective, and I respect it. My position was, I'm not it, because for me, we weren't at any levels that was so unique that regular good treatment wasn't enough. I wasn't asking for special. Just regular. I mean, if my neighbor sends me a message, or if my neighbor says hello, I respond, hi. Like, it's just common courtesy in regular relationships, just day to day. We didn't get to any place where special or extra was needed. But at the same time, his conversation to me was so conflicting, because I'm thinking, you can't even take my call, but you're saying these things to me? What is this? And then this is what I did. I started saying, oh my gosh, I have no relationship experience. I'm not getting it. See what I'm saying? Is sometimes people don't stay because they don't have the will to leave. Is that they don't yet have the awareness or the understanding or the information to understand what is happening. So you just feel like it's me lacking something. I'm not lacking anything. Your communication sucks. And I don't want to be in a relationship with anyone with this poor level of communication, because it's basic I'm talking about. And so the message for me from this is, I want to thank this man. I thank the people I've dated. I've thanked the people that I've gotten a chance to know, the people who have been so kind to let me into any area or any degrees of their life. And even for me to be able to tell this story, and I know I'm not going to be hated for it. But I didn't say any name or anything like that. So, and you know what? This is what I'm going to say also. I can't believe I'm saying this. Oh my God. I've had one relationship that I'll say was I would call it deep dating or a very long time span of dating, because I don't even want to call it a relationship, because now that I've gotten a better understanding, I've gone and done the work to research relationships and stuff. There's so many things we never did. So it wasn't a relationship, but it was serious dating. We really dated, right? I would even call it an affair, but not a marital affair, just an affair where it was about 4 years or whatever, but we never really lived together. We're in different countries, whatever. But I think, right, that no, based on where I'm at, and we stopped talking in 2012, 2011, 2012, right? And that was what, that was how many, 2012 is 2025. Well, 12, 2020, 24, 12 and 12, 24, right? Yeah. Almost 13 years later. There's so many things I was disappointed with and stuff like that. But now that I look back, I'm like, hang on, man. Maybe he wasn't as bad as I thought he was. No, honestly, that is when I think I probably didn't have a lot of experience, because and maybe I got spoiled with that, because when I tell you that guy and he was living in the UK and I was in Jamaica, we were Skype professionals. We were on Skype 24/7, literally. I'm with him in the morning when he's getting dressed for work. I'm with him when he's running to get the train. I'm with him when he gets to work, when he's going back home from work, when he gets home, video, he's working, I'm working, and the camera is there. It's crazy. We literally, even though we were not in the same locale, in the same physical location, right? We were physically in each other's faces the entire time. When he's cleaning his home, the video is there. I'm seeing all of it, and we're talking like we're just two people talking. You didn't know that we weren't in the same space, right? When he goes into the car, the Skype is there. So we're still talking on the Skype. Like, it's now that I look back at it and I'm like, wow, like maybe that's what spoiled me so much. Maybe that's the reason. When I tell you, we invested time. And if you ever hear this, because gosh, I really truly wish that this person was still in my life in a way, like as a I don't like the word friend, but that kind of title, like I want to know that he's okay. Not for anything intimate at all, none at all, but I know that it's not possible. I know it's not possible because it's not possible, but we were so close. I remember if you're listening to this, you know who you are. I'm really sorry for what I said when you spoke to me the last time. He was like, you were my Racquel, but I'm just like, no, I was not your Racquel. We weren't married or nothing, but I think what he's trying to say is that, man, we were so connected through, like, when I tell you, we never stopped talking. We had dates where we would cook the same thing, and he would record my favorite comedy, and we will then sit down on Skype. He's in his bed, I'm in mine, and we're watching it. I'm sharing this to say communication is so important to me. Connecting is so important to me. it's intimacy for me, like being able to, and I'm telling you, the things I faced after that person, I never faced those things with him, nor the first guy I dated, who also dated me very well. But that dating experience was, they get up, get dressed, and we go somewhere together. That's what that was, and it was amazing. I really don't have a lot of complaints. It's just after those experiences, when I had to go learn myself, I, stumbled a lot through it, because I'm telling you, man, yeah, yeah, so communication is important, just in regular life with regular people, even if it's not someone we're dating. Like, can we give someone the respect of listening to understand, and communicate your boundaries or your limitations so the other person can know, so it's not guesswork. I am busy. I am busy Mondays to Fridays. The best time to talk to me, I can only talk to you once per week. And tell people, give people information if you want it. But I guess you'll do that if you want to keep them in your life. But you see, I don't want to make any assumptions either, because again, even this is it, right? This is what for me was very strange. Like, I can pick up the phone right now and call any one of those men that I had those painful experiences with, right? Which is why I say it was learning, because I'm not even mad at them. These were good men. But the communication thing and just the treatment, it was just something that is out of this world and very painful. If I pick up the phone right now and I call and I say, I need you to drop everything because I gotta talk to you, I'm telling you, they will talk to me. They will. I couldn't do that though, because for me, being wanted is critical for me. So it cannot just be I call you and you answer so great. No, I have to feel like you want me. You want to have a conversation with me. You want to engage with me, because you talk to me even when I don't talk to you. If you don't talk to me except when I talk to you, that's an indication to me that you want nothing. No, you don't want a relationship with me. That's it. You don't want a relationship with me. It doesn't make me right. It's just how I interpret it. It's just how I receive it. But I give people grace. And that's why I say I'm thankful for these people, because at the end of the day, it's just my perception. It's my understanding. It's my interpretation. It's not necessarily when you sit with these. I'm telling you, the people. I had a business partner who, oh my God, I've had the most painful times with that person. But he's one of the sweetest, most amazing man that I've ever known. And I'm telling you, if I call him right now, he'd be like, Racquel, what's up? What's happening? Talk to me. Like, he's ready. So that's why I felt like what I had concluded was men are from Mars and women are from Venus. That's what I concluded. Like, you know what? And these people, I remember that same guy that I talk about when I told him to list the priorities. I remember when I finally called him, when I felt that I was able to communicate effectively what I'm trying to say, because I thought I had a communication issue. So long after working on myself, I felt like, okay, maybe now he will understand me. I think I've worked on myself and worked on my communication. And I remember I called him one day and I said, I really, really want to talk to you about how I felt, whatever. And could you please talk to me? And I'm telling you, that guy talked to me for over 2 hours, listened to me for over 2 hours. Let me put it down, because he was not talking. I could literally hear while I was talking to him. He was up against the wall. Like you're standing your back against the wall. And I literally heard him slip down the wall and just collapse to the ground. And I remember it was when I said, I felt like a dog interacting with you, communicating with you. You made me feel like a dog. I wasn't saying that to hurt. I'm just clearly stating what was happening with me. And I love him for allowing me to just say what I had to say. And when I explained, I don't blame you for this. This was my interpretation and perceptions and how I received it. He didn't treat me like a dog. I interpreted the experience that way. And I remember he sat and he listened to me the whole time. And I remember it was I think 2 years later or so, he called me and he's like, I understand. Something to the effect of I'm so sorry. I am so, so sorry for what I did. I'm so sorry. Like, almost as though he understood now. Sorry. Sometimes when we love people or when we care about people, and for me especially, like if I love you and I think, like, I see you, like you're going through something or whatever, and I used to have some visions of him like he's dying or so, and I used to have these bad, like, these images, and I'd be like, what is, I used to pray for him so hard. I didn't know what was going on, but you know, when I would try to reach out or whatever, it would seem so difficult, and I'd be like, God, why are you doing this to me? What is this? Is this something I'm doing to myself or whatever? You know, so I was so thankful when he called me back and was like, I'm so sorry. You know, I'm sorry. That guy was a guy who, these prayers that I wrote in this book, when I was so sick of calling him because I felt so badly, one of my friends said to me, just start writing them down, Racquel. You know, just write them down. The dreams, the prayers, just when they come to you, just write them down. So I wrote it down and I put it in a book. And maybe that was the purpose of it, you know, because I just felt so bad. And I was so thankful when he, you know, contacted me and apologized for it. I'm saying 3 things I'm going to say, and I'm going to end this. Let's listen to understand, number 1. Acknowledge what you're feeling, but just remember that they're your feelings, and the other person, no matter how they're behaving, is not necessarily feeling that way. And number 3, find out the purpose of the disconnect, because sometimes there's a purpose. For example, what I'm saying, the book, maybe he was what inspired the book, but that inspiration, his behavior led me to writing a book, and I thank him for that. See what I'm saying? So if he wasn't interacting with me the way he was, so sometimes, you ever hear when it's in the Bible where it says God hardened Pharaoh's heart? Sometimes God used somebody for an inspiration for us, and then he disconnects it. I don't know. That's the best way I know how to say it, right? I'm running out of time, but 1, listen to understand. 2, remember what you're feeling is not necessarily what the other person is conveying. So be clear on your feelings, but don't agree with the assumption. Don't assume and make a conclusion and agree to it and say, yes, that's the fact. No, it was your experience. And number 3, remember there's a God that sometimes intervene and create something else. And so it has really helped me understand that people are people, and people are wonderful, and they're really not trying to hurt. And the patriarchy hurt both men and women, not just women, but it hurt us both, because or maybe it's helping us and we don't understand. I do not know, but I trust God with it. This is God. Ultimately, God is in control. And so I love that we can acknowledge it and we can check ourselves and take accountability. But in the end, once we understand that people are trying, and we don't demonize, and we don't ostracize, and we don't marginalize. You know what I mean? So thank you so much for watching the show. Thank you for being here with me today. It's been a pleasure. Oh my gosh. I've run completely out of time, but I just want to say thank you. I'm Coach Racquel. Please remember to like, share, comment, and let me know what your thoughts are. I look forward to seeing you in the Calm Collective. The Calm Collective. Join now at mycoachministry.com. Goodbye. Mwah.
Welcome to mycoachministry.com. We're on a mission to empower 1 million purpose-driven entrepreneurs, turning calling into currency. Through strategic coaching, we guide visionary leaders, brand elevation, and creative empowerment, helping leaders break barriers and own their identity. Build impactful, wealth-generating brands that echo across generations.
I love to open new packages. There will be the latest information on the top funding opportunities for entrepreneurs who are seeking funding. Come along with me. I'm Coach Racquel, and it is a passion project for me, so I'm so happy to bring this to you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching.
Unlock your potential every Thursday with our podcast, Refresh, Relax, Renew. Join Coach Racquel as she guides you through personal development journeys. Each episode focuses on actionable steps to enhance your personal journey. The podcast features 3 main segments to keep you engaged. We start with discussions on trending topics relevant to your growth. Then we unbox solutions to common challenges we face daily. Finally, stay updated with fresh funding opportunities each week. Tune in every Thursday for new episodes, and see you there.